Alright, so it is Sunday morning and I'm here with Brad again.
What up?
We're going to pick up the Mustang today and bring it back to the house. It's been like 2 weeks since I've done a video, just because, you know, scheduling conflicts and things like that. Haven't really had time to get out there and work on the car. So Brad's buddy was nice enough to let us go borrow his truck and trailer so we can transport it back to my house. So we're on our way there right now to go pick the truck up. And then from there, we're gonna go pick the car up, transport it back to my house, then go drop the truck and trailer back off, and then go back. And I don't know, maybe we'll get a little bit of work done on the car today. Who knows? We'll see what happens. This truck's pretty nice. We just got here and looks like we got to move another trailer so that way we can get the car out. We're gonna move it with that Explorer right there, but that Explorer doesn't have a hitch on it, so we're gonna have to drop this trailer and then hook that trailer up, move that trailer, hook this trailer back up, and then back up, load the car, unhook it again, move that trailer back. What the fuck did we just get ourselves into?
True fucking story. Let's do this.
Oh, god damn it. Well, I guess first things first. Unhook this. All right. Now the fun part, getting this thing out and loaded into the trailer, or onto the trailer, I should say. Not 100% sure how we're gonna steer this, but we have to figure something out. Yeah, I might just use the jump box and power up the rack and just kind of manually steer it onto there, I guess. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. This has turned into a disaster. Oh, we got the car out of the shop.
Buy a new trailer. I need a new trailer.
It's not on there all the way.
What's that? Yeah, nothing's on there. It's percentages.
Fair enough.
Oh shit! We're going backwards. Whenever they go to dump it, he normally drives a dump truck.
All right, well, we are loaded up. About to head back to the house. Get some food.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we need food. This thing was a real pain in the ass to load. Keith has a fantastic driveway here for loading cars that don't have a steering column in them. So things definitely could have been easier, but we got it done. We got it loaded up and we're about to head back to the house. So I'll catch up with you guys when I'm unloading it. Hopefully that goes a little bit smoother. How do you want to do this? You want to just back up to the driveway?
I'll back up to the driveway if you want to move your truck.
Alright.
I'm going to wait for them to pull out. I'm going to block almost the entire street.
Alright. You want to just move it on the other side?
Yeah, you might as well. Actually, I mean, yeah, fuck it. Whatever you want.
Alright. It's close. You can keep coming back. Alright, you're going up the curb now, or up the driveway. You got room to go more, or are you good? I mean, we can unload it right there. We can unload right there. Right. Can it even go on? Might need to pull forward. I mean, that's not much of a lip there. Well, that's my only concern.
Yeah.
Well, it's got a hook on the bottom of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got a hook on the bottom.
Alright, it should be good.
Should I pull forward a little bit?
I don't think it's going to make a difference because it's still going to be that high off the ground. Huh? No, we can go in. I'll just try to turn it.
Hey, grab a shot, we're in. We can fuck with it later. Let's go get some fucking food.
Well, as you can see, we got it back to my house. Now the next step of what I'm going to do is, you can see there's a bunch of holes in the firewall, so I'm going to get all that stuff patched up. After that, another thing I really want to do is this. I mean, this thing was a real pain to load up and move around because, as you can see, there's nothing hooked up to the steering, so it's very difficult to maneuver the vehicle, you know, in and out. And being so cramped in the garage, I'm going to be pushing it probably in and out all the time to do fab work and work on it, stuff like that. So I think I'm going to build a temporary dash bar in the car that'll just be bolt-in temporary, but just so I can get everything lined up and get a pedal box hung and build a steering column for it. And then once the cage is in the car, I'll just redo the mounting stuff on the actual dash bar that'll be in the cage. But getting a temporary setup in there will be a good start for sure. As you can see over here, this is the engine that is going to be getting built for the car. It's a 5.3 liter LM7. I have pistons for it upstairs, a set of diamond pistons that are 3.905 inch diameter, and that'll punch it out to a 5.7 liter. We're also bumping compression up to, I think it'll be 9.5 to 1 by the time it's done. So 9.5 to 1 compression, 5.7 liter. With a 45 08R turbo on it. Should be good for roughly around 800 wheel horsepower. I think that's the goal. I mean, we might dial it up to 1,000 just to, you know, jiggle our weenies a little bit and say we made 1,000 horsepower, but I don't think we'd ever run the car at that. We want to keep it, you know, a good reliable setup. So I think 800 will be a good number, a good safe spot for us. The 5.3 I ran in my GTO this year, that made 765 wheel horsepower at 17 pounds of boost, and it, you know, that was a junkyard engine. So that bottom end, that rotating assembly had 180,000 miles on it, stock rods, pistons, and it all held together. We did blow a head gasket at the last event, but you know, the rotating assembly held together really well. So for this, we're going to get some good ARP hardware on it, holding it all together, and it should be a good, stout, reliable motor to make some solid power. Now, when it comes to what transmission I'm going to put in this car, I really haven't decided on that yet. Transmission is probably going to be one of the most expensive parts this entire build, because I really don't want to put another T56 in. I know people have run the Z transmissions with LS swaps, but I really don't want to do that either. I'm really thinking about putting a dog box in this, so I'd like to get a 4-speed dog box for it. Maybe if I can find a Jericho 4-speed for the right price, you know, I'll get one of those. I really don't know. That's one of the big ifs right now, but you know, having this back at my house is a big step, because now I can actually take the time to come down here every day and do a little bit of work on it, you know, and figure out the little things that I need to do. So when I was going out to the shop, it was difficult because I'd go out there and I just have a list of what I wanted to get done, and sometimes, you know, it wouldn't get done. You know, the things I wanted to do I couldn't get done in time just because of scheduling conflicts and stuff like that. So having it here will make it easier for me to actually work on the car and, you know, more readily update videos and stuff like that. I'll be able to keep you guys posted on the build a lot better. Suspension is also going to be a very key thing for having this at my house, because now suspension is something that takes me a while to develop and design. You know, it took me on my GTO almost 2-3 years before I finally got the suspension design set up and dialed into the way I really liked it. But you know, I've done it all before, and I have a good idea of what I need to do to start this time. So, but I'll be able to actually put in the proper time and development on the suspension to get it to where I need it. You know, I've made a set of knuckles for this car before, this exact car. I did build a set of knuckles for, and it got good angle, but I didn't like the way that it still used the factory suspension design. So it's probably hard to see, but the suspension does use, you know, a double ball joint independent control arm setup on it, and it's not really ideal or good for drifting. So I'm gonna make a like a single lower A-arm style control arm for it, and design my own knuckle for it too. Now brakes, we're covered on brakes because we do have, you know, giant 6-piston Brembos in the front already. I have a full parts list of everything I need for rear brakes. I'm going to do Willwood dual calipers on the rear, a Willwood manual brake pedal assembly with, you know, dual master cylinders, and then hydraulic handbrake and all that. So I have all the part numbers and everything I need to do that. I'm going to build my own handbrake because, in my opinion, the handbrakes out on the market are just, you know, they're pretty overpriced. I wouldn't say they're overpriced because they do have a lot of R&D into them and they're quality parts, but I'm not spending $250 on a handbrake when I can build my own for, you know, 80 bucks. The next step of what I really want to do is build a temporary dash bar, get a pedal assembly hung, and build a steering column for it. You know, I just thought I'd bring you guys along for the trip and unloading it and loading it. So yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. You know what to do. If you liked it, like it. If you didn't, don't like it. Tell me why down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing some really cool stuff with this here, especially when we start digging into the suspension. It's going to be getting pretty cool. So, and when we build the engine. The engine's going to be rad too. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, follow along. Till next time, catch you guys later.